Hey guys, so I am currently now watching Verzuz, the Isley brothers versus Earth, Wind, and Fire. Guys, it's so bomb and fire. Like, it's so good right now. Like, I'm loving it. I just feel like this is the type of music that it just brings me back to like cookouts and stuff like that. Like when I would go to cookouts and my aunts or my great aunts and stuff like that, they be dancing. This is just like that cookout music. I love it. Like, it's just, I love soul music. I feel like soul music, soul R&B music is my favorite music. Like, y'all, I'm telling you, like, yes. And not Ronald Isley little, looking like a little snizak with his little beard, looking like all daddy-ish. I'm doing my eyebrows right now. And we're just gonna vibe out and we're gonna talk about the Verzuz. And then we're also, I want to talk about like how Verzuz is really changing. Supposedly Verzuz, someone bought out Verzuz. Like Timbaland and Swiss Beats don't own Verzuz by themselves anymore. Somebody bought them out. And I'm really liking it. I'm liking the production on this tonight. I just don't like the fact that it's not really full screen necessarily. But if you're watching it on your phone, like, you could really see it, and the quality is A1. Like, so I'm loving it. I feel like Verzuz is definitely going to end up being concert, like a concert type of thing where a big audience can come and they're going to have everybody get on the stage. Like, I feel like people are going to buy tickets to Verzuz in the future. So guys, Triller Network, which is the parent company of TikTok competitor, it says Swiss Beats and Timbaland's Verzuz has been acquired by Triller Network, the parent company of TikTok competitor Triller. So Triller bought Verzuz. I really honestly wish that, I don't know this song, but I really honestly wish that, you know, I don't know, when I see like, I know that anything is meant to be bought. Like, you know how they say the game is meant to be bought. So when you come up with something bomb, it's definitely meant to be bought. That's like Instagram. Facebook bought Instagram. And I feel like that's why Instagram is the way that it is now. It's kind of turning into a Facebook. Like, I'm sorry, but I hate Instagram's algorithm. I think TikTok's algorithm is much better. I just, like, TikTok is basically, I mean, not TikTok. Instagram, like, low-key is basically turning into Amazon. Like, it's just not what it used to be. And I just feel like we definitely need that app where we could just have fun. And like, Instagram is just turning into a business, and it's just kind of like, I hate that. So I hope that something comes along that's just like Instagram, but basically like the old Instagram, and people just take over that app. At the end of the day, it's all about money. And I feel like Swiss Beats and Timbaland made a business move. Like, they're still heavily involved, but they got people backing them, like big people backing them. And Triller is kind of like a musical network, and they're probably trying to really get themselves up, especially if they're competing with TikTok. But TikTok is nothing to be competed with. What's going on now? But this is definitely becoming a big production, which I like. But definitely I feel like I like the way that Verzuz also started out. Because Verzuz started out, when I first found out about Verzuz, I think it was Neo versus I'm sprung, boy, got me doing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I feel like a lot of people miss that old feeling. But I like this. I like the professionalism of this. I like the way, honestly, actually don't hate the way that Verzuz is going. Like, I don't hate the production being better. Like, obviously we like things when they first start out, but I think this is going a good way. And I think once the pandemic is over, I think that they're going to take it even farther. And I think they're going to make this probably like something that's live and you actually could buy tickets to it. You got to make this face. Wow. Yes! Harvey was the perfect host for this. So I'm just going in. I was trying not to get in the corner because I'm gonna do like kind of like this cut crease, kind of, I guess you could call it. Let me get copywritten. But guys, I just took some concealer and I pressed it. Like I said, if you guys want more of a detail, and I pressed it in. And I'm getting my eyeshadow right. I hope it's coming out right. But anyway, you know what I mean? Oh, good. Okay. You know what I'm noticing? Like, music in this time, like, really had a good meaning to it. Like, it had an amazing meaning to it. Music today don't have that. It really don't. Trying to find to see what this means. What you could truly be.
To the club. So we needed the slow jams to be able to talk to the girls. So if you played 4 in a row, man.
Somebody said another story.
You've been doing this a long time. Back in the day,
I'm loving the stories though.
we're getting close, man, to the halfway point. So I figure what we ought to do now is let's just
I'm putting my powder on.
let's pick it up a little bit, then slow it down. D nice.
Yeah, Steve is. Hold up, Steve is excited. Leave him alone. But that's something I love, like, about the old school. Like, today you don't have to talk. You don't have to do anything. People knew how to talk back then because you had to. You know? Alright. I feel like that blurred me out. I just used this, what is it called? Flower Power. Beauty Bakery Flower, Better Not Bitter, and I'm just loving the way it's looking. And now I'm gonna put my foundation on top. Ah! Yeah, I feel like back in the day there was just a certain, like, look at, like, I feel like these men, like, they have a certain respect about themselves that I feel like in this generation, in our generation, has lost. Like, men don't carry themselves the same way. Men was still something else. They was still cheating and doing all a bunch of stuff like that. But it was just a certain way, like a certain respect, you know? A certain way you carried yourself, a certain way you dressed. Like how they said they wore suits to the club. Like, girl, in these generations would never. You know what I mean? Like, there was just a certain way. And I love that. I feel like this generation, there's a lot of good things about the new generation and my generation. What am I, Gen Z? Whatever generation I am. I'm about to be 30. I just feel like there's a lot that was lost, you know? Look at them singing all their songs. Their songs had meaning. It was like Steve Harvey said, like, you couldn't just make a song. And I love that for them. I covered all my dark marks. Then I went in with powder. And then I went in with foundation over it. So I laid a foundation down to cover my marks. Then I set it. Then I put some foundation on top of that. And I'm just loving it. As I'm listening to this, I'm realizing how much people really use samples. Like, music is really recycled, and how many hits these guys really have. Like, that is crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up my face, and I just want to say, like, I really like Verzuz as a brand. I do wish that Swiss Beats and Timbaland didn't sell Verzuz, but I do understand, you know, being purchased by a bigger platform. You make more money because you're able to do more production. They'll come up and pay more things, but pay for more things, and you don't have to come out of your pocket with anything. But I just feel like sometimes I be wishing, like, our people could just have stuff, you know what I mean? Because it's like when it gets in the hands of other people, it's just not as, you know, litty city. But hey, I'm gonna put my favorite lip combination on. But I really enjoyed this Verzuz. I like the commercialized way that it's going. I know a lot of people was saying that they honestly prefer it, you know, before how it was, just people playing their music. But I like it like this. What Verzuz battle do you guys want to see? I really wanted to see Usher go against somebody, but I don't know who they're going to put Usher against, because Chris Brown, I feel like in a way, yes, I know Chris Brown has too many hits to be able to go versus somebody, but it's like, come on, you could do someone. Like, we just want to play the music, we just want to have a good time and just celebrate the music, and I feel like that's the closest. And but it's the fact that some artists just can't really battle with anybody. I definitely want to see Mary J. Blige. I forgot who they said Mary J. Blige could go up against, but I want to see Toni Braxton up here. I guess Mary and Toni could go against each other, but people was like, nah, two different genres, but they could make it work. I feel like Mary would take that home, but I feel like that's the only person that she could really battle with. I would love to see Mariah Carey up here, but it's like, who's she gonna go against? You know, there's just some artists who literally, no one can go against them. So, we'll see. I really want to see Bow Wow versus somebody. I think it should be Bow Wow and Soulja Boy. Like, I would love that. Y'all, Bow Wow and Soulja Boy. I feel like the views up here was kind of low because you got to think about it. Mostly young people is on social media. They not on to this. They not on. They not hit.
Once again, this is D-Nice.
Come on, D-Nice.
Right, we are celebrating with Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley brothers and Steve Harvey. This is Verzuz. Come on. Let this breathe.
Y'all know who else I would like to see? I would like to see Nas and Jay-Z. I would love to see that. But guys, this is the final look. And just, this look is just giving what it needs to give. If you guys just want a look, who y'all want to see in the Verzuz, did I say Jay-Z and Nas? I would love to see Jay-Z and Nas. I feel like that's gonna be a really good one. And I will see you guys later in my next video. Bye.